Tower Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Mitch, and as always, we have Mike.
Yo.
What's been going on, Mike? What you been doing? What you been playing?
Some FTL.
What is FTL? You always talk about it, you just never explained it to me. And I don't know very much about it, I've just heard things.
Okay, so, the tags that I was looking up, roguelite, space, strategy, sci-fi, indie, 2D. And, basically, you got, a top-down picture of a spaceship, and you can see through it to all the rooms. And there's different rooms have different things, like there's a pilot room, a weapon room, a door room, and your crew can man these stations, giving them bonuses and being able to repair them faster whenever they break down. And you'll come in contact with other ships as you venture through. It's actually a weird premise that you don't get a lot. You are part of the Federation, I think, or something. You're part of something, and you have secret plans about the rebel attack and uprising, and you are escaping the rebel uprising to get to the main base of your group to give them the secret plans to destroy the ultimate weapon ship that they made.
And that's the story of it, essentially?
Yeah. You jump around. There's 9 different sectors or some shit. Each sector is a map of stars, and there's an exit star at the end. And you have to jump around, and random events will happen, and there's stores, random encounters, and fights with pirates, and you'll be able to upgrade your ship and get new weapons and crew members.
Nice. Is there aliens? Alien crew members? Can you make your ship this team of fucking scallywags across the universe, essentially?
Yeah, that's what my group was, essentially, last time.
That's how I'd play it.
Well, it's random. The roguelite elements are very obvious. You won't have access to certain people all the time, depending on what galaxies spawn. And, rock people and shit. If you don't go to, the rock galaxies, you're less likely to encounter them. And rock people are resistant to fire. There's mantises that are not good at anything except for fighting. And humans, slugs, a few other ones.
And do they all do different shit, or? Yeah,
they all have different powers, and they're all good at different things, except for humans are just baseline.
Oh, the huge.
Yeah. You also, there's an RPG element where your crew members become better at the jobs they do most often.
They're better. Oh, is there do they level up? Is that what you mean? They just get better at that task?
Yeah, there's it starts with an empty bar, and then it'll fill up to a green bar, and then it'll fill up to a gold bar, and that's the max.
See, I didn't know that, or I would have probably tried this game before.
$10. I think this game is really old. Yeah, release date is 2012.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it a long time ago. I just never really understood. I was listening to a podcast one time, and they were talking about it, and it's all the travel and who you encounter and everything. It's all RNG.
Yeah,
that's sick.
There's random events. Sometimes you'll have crew members that are more specialized for the special events, so you'll have an easy way to get around them that way. But even the answers to the questions are RNG. So what will be right one time isn't right the next time. Unless it's the giant spiders. Never interact with the giant spiders. They always kill you.
Well, no, yeah, one answer might not be right this time, but it was last time. But like, is it a different question or is it the same question?
There's like a bunch of different questions, but the same question will not always have the same answer.
Huh. Interesting.
Except for the spider one.
I may check that out. I have been playing. Well, I used to play this like last year. I was thinking about it a lot at work. I want to get into a game kind of like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, something relaxing, and like that popped into my head. Spirit Tea. It's also an indie game. It's like an 8-bit or 16-bit, whatever the fuck game. Yeah, I'd say 16-bit for sure. Actually, it's an indie game. It's newer, kinda. I don't know exactly when it was released, but basically the whole story is basically you're a writer, and you move to this, like, or you fucking take a vacation or some shit to, like, this quiet fucking, like, neighborhood or city, quote unquote, have you. Like, just somewhere, I guess, in Japan. I don't know. But you go there and you go in your house and you're just kind of, you start working on your book and, like, you hear this sound. It's like, doom. And you, like, hear all these sounds randomly all the time, and then eventually you discover, it's either the ghost comes out and tells you that the whole fucking place is haunted and shit, or a cat or some shit comes out and tells you that the place is haunted, and then you start running into ghosts. But the ghosts are chilling, so the whole map is like this giant fucking town, and you interact and meet and do tasks and hang out. Like, you can take them along with you, like, with all the residents of this place. And it's just a really chill, relaxing game. But there's this giant shrine that is, like, dilapidated, and it was, like, left from the original owners. Just they stopped taking care of it or whatever, and they just let it be abandoned. So when you go there, you eventually find out that the spirits, I don't know why, the spirits want to. It was an old bathhouse, essentially. It's not really a shrine. It's like a bathhouse for spirits or some shit. I don't know. But you basically manage this fucking bathhouse for spirits, and they, like, pay you or some shit. Like, they pay you for your services. Like, you get towels ready, and you make sure the water's hot, and you clean up the place, and eventually you'll start unlocking more and more and more parts of this bathhouse. And you do that by just doing tasks all throughout the city, I think. It's been a while since I played it, so I can't exactly remember what you're supposed to do that. But there's, like, these weird collection shrines too, like, so you'll find random items. And I've never fucking completed a shrine, because there's a bunch of little ones, but they want you to find all these little items and, like, put them in the offering thing. So I guess you need to build up that little shrine until you get all the items in it, and maybe something cool will happen, I would guess. But yeah, it's just a really relaxing game. Like, you'll go.
I looked it up. It looks like what? Oh, never mind. I was looking at the trailer that's, like, coming to 2022. I was like, why? Oh, never mind. But yeah, it has, like, Earthbound graphics. It looks real neat.
Yeah.
And then how you said the story kind of reminds me of, like, Spirited Away.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. Like, it's cool too, because I feel like it's Stardew Valley vibes, kind of, because you're, like, just kind of in this, like, you're just in this place doing this shit with a whole bunch of NPCs. Like, you can walk up to an NPC and be like, oh, hey, do you want to hang out for a bit? And you just, like, click yes or no. It's like, yes, and they follow you around, and then you go do something with them, or go do a task with them, or they might want something, or want to meet up with somebody, or talk to somebody, so you'll do that. Like, I don't know at all what I'm doing in the game, except for the bathhouse management. It's basically a bathhouse management simulator when you're doing that part of it. But outside of that, it's like a whole different game at the same time.
That's kind of how, like, Dave the Diver was. I was like, this is going to be a fun, casual game where I collect fish and, sell sushi. And then it's like, oh, you can open up a garden. I'm like, oh, okay. And then it's like, you can open up a fish farm. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, random dance game. I'm like, oh, okay. And then it's like boss battles and mermaid people. I'm like, whoa. This game's way more than I thought it was.
What is, you just said you looked it up. Did you happen to see the price on Steam? Because it's worth noting.
$19.99. There's a demo that's downloadable, which I support wholeheartedly.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. It is worth noting that if you do have Game Pass, it's free. So,
yeah.
And I've played hours upon hours upon hours in this game, and without looking anything up, because I was like, I just want to vibe with this game and see where it goes, and I, like, never felt the need to look anything up for some reason, which, when I get stuck in a game, that's the only time I look something up, and for some reason, I just don't feel the need to. Like, I'm just enjoying my time. So, it's pretty nice. It's a nice game. Especially if you can do it for free, so. Yeah. So, that might be a fucking pick for the show one day. I don't know how the fuck we would do it, just because I don't know anything hardly about it than what I've done in it. But, speaking of picks for the show, by the way, Discord link in the description of this podcast. Come join us, hang out with us, whatever. We are still working on Overlord 2. They're just like games like Clair Obscure and the Oblivion Remaster. The 2 Lunar games just got remastered. I'm still playing those. So, yeah, and I work 6 days a week now. So what we're doing is we're putting this off another 2 weeks because we have the anime episode coming up. That's why we decided to drop Kirby today. And another thing that we're thinking about doing for the show that we hope you guys will like, we did cover Oblivion last year. But Mike's idea sounds pretty awesome because he wants to play the best part of Oblivion that I don't think we really talked about in our episode, because not everybody had the DLC, is the Shivering Isles, which is basically a game in itself. So, we think we're going to fucking do that. You want to talk a little bit about that? I mean...
The Shivering Isles?
Yeah.
The Realm of Madness.
Yeah, the Realm of Madness. It
cool. Is... a more vibrant place and a less vibrant place as Cyrodiil at the same time.
Yeah. So basically, the Shivering Isles are split down the middle between, Mania and Dementia? Is that right?
Yeah.
The two sides of the city.
Yeah, it's the two sides of madness. The outwardly mad and the inwardly mad. So the more depressed and the more eccentric.
Yeah. It's really fun. Basically, you're just... We'll talk about it whenever we get to the episode, story-wise and all that shit. But it's a giant DLC for Oblivion. I mean, it's been around since the Xbox 360. If you don't know what we're talking about, then either go play it or wait for our episode on it. It's fucking awesome. I think you should go play it. So you know, before you watch the episode, though. Or listen to the episode when we drop it. So, yeah. Essentially, there's 2 new types of armor, whole bunch of new weapons, whole new big story, and in my personal opinion, I like the world of the Shivering Isles more than the world of Oblivion itself, truthfully. I don't know how you feel about that, Mike, but, you know.
I like it.
I just love that city, man. It's just, like, full of, like, these fucking crazy people.
Yeah.
And, like, just to get into the city, there's a giant fucking, like, flesh Atronach that's just, like, keeping guard of the actual Shivering Isles.
Yeah, he's pretty neat. That's a cool add-on. They added the flesh Atronachs as summons.
Did they?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Huh.
I don't think I ever used them, though.
I can't wait to see it in the remaster form. It is worth noting, talking about that remaster, not trying to be a hater, not trying to be like a critique or reviewer, but I will tell you my experience. I have a very good computer, and I'm going to tell you that game constantly fucking crashes on my PC. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, I will just suggest to you, download it on your fucking Xbox if you can, because consoles, if anybody doesn't know this, consoles are better optimized for games and they don't fucking crash. Like, I don't know, I might have had 1 or 2 games in my entire life crash on a console. And then it never crashed again. But this motherfucker, every 5 fucking minutes on my PC. And I don't know why. Like, the first night, I played for hours, and it crashed once. Now, every time I boot it up, crash. Approach an Oblivion gate, crash. Fucking fast travel, crash. Just pausing and going through my inventory and then trying to exit out, freezes, then crashes. So, yeah, it's a nightmare. I had to do it. Like, I didn't want to because I really wanted to stream it, but I'm not going to sit there and fucking deal with that. The good thing about it is, though, it does constantly autosave, so I never really lost any progress. I'm just tired of rebooting it up. Because, like classic Oblivion, like classic Bethesda, we black screen for a little bit, then we wait for the loading screen, and then we finally get to play the game. So I have to take an extra 5 to 10 minutes every time that crashes just to start playing again. So, I'm not cool with that. I'm sure everybody understands the blight. So, you know. But we are here today to talk about Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards.
1 second. I was looking up Dave the Diver. And this DLC looks insane.
What DLC is Dave the Diver? The Yakuza?
Dave the Diver, Ichiban's Holiday.
Yes! Yes. What I thought he just like hung out with you. Is that like not just the only
Yeah,
thing?
you do like a fucking what's it called? A beat 'em up fucking thing, it looks like, with your boat driver and Ichiban.
That's fucking sweet. Ichiban from Yakuza Like a Dragon, which we have made an agreement on this show behind the scenes that we will each either buy one game or games of equivalent value of other game to play on the show instead of doing like free games or games that we already own. So we're trying to throw a little bit of like new game variety into there. So we're gonna try and do that. Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth will be coming to the show, and I'm so excited for Mike to play that. It is just even more insane than the first one. Like, tenfold more insane. So.
What's that for?
You can play
Infinite Wealth?
Yeah, you can play it on PlayStation or your PC or whatever. Xbox, I'm sure. Yeah, Xbox. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Between the 2 games, Like a Dragon and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, they are... Well, the first one is just focused on Ichiban. The second one, you pass back and forth playing as Kiryu and Ichiban. Kiryu being the original protagonist to the Yakuza series. But in the story, you're playing different parts with different teammates and shit like that to get through the story. And we'll talk about why whenever we actually do that. But it's pretty badass. It's a very big game with a shitload to fucking do. And the insanity just goes even harder than the last Yakuza game. Like, I get that they're all crazy, but this one is just wild. But between the 2, I can't decide. I think I've decided that I like the story in the first one better.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're introducing a whole new protagonist. It's all about him. So it's all a straight story all about him and this whole thing. And it's a complete story, too, because I don't know about the other Yakuza games. I imagine since there's like a billion of them that have Kiryu in it, I imagine that they all end up open-ended. So the next one can come in. I don't know personally, but that's just what I would guess. But this one feels like
Oblivion's like almost double the size of this game with how much space it takes up.
Double the size of what game?
This Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
I don't know.
It's only 82 gigs. I just mean the amount of memory it takes up.
Well, the remaster takes up like 116 gigs, I think.
Okay.
Infinite Wealth.
A little higher. Takes up 82.
Infinite Wealth takes up 82?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But, you'd have like 2 gigantic, like, fucking GTA-sized maps. So that's kind of crazy. I don't know. Bethesda games are, like, huge, though. Like, you know, like, all the dungeons and all the castles and all the inside of the houses and blah, 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 blah. Like, you got all that, so that's probably why. Because, like, Yakuza's just, like, you can go in some of the shops and do this and do that. But, like, anyway, I think I decided...
Are you playing any of these other Yakuza? Or, there's another series from Ryugu Gaku, or Go... I don't know how to say that.
Ryugu Gaku.
Yeah. There's this thing called Judgment that looks pretty cool. It looks familiar.
Judgment is, I think it's basically Fist of the North Star. That's what I've heard it compared to. Or some shit before. But,
strange.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about it at all, except for what I heard on a podcast before, and I hardly even remember that. But I've been trying to go back and forth and decide which Like a Dragon game I like more, and I think I've just decided that I like the story in the first one more, but the gameplay and everything else I like more in Infinite Wealth. So, it'll be an interesting comparison. So, yeah. And plus, I don't know about the original Like a Dragon, but Infinite Wealth was a Game of the Year contender also. Which I still think is fucking horseshit. That fucking Astrobot won that. Because I just think that's just, I don't know, man. If you saw that roster, it's just kind of like, how did Astrobot beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Infinite Wealth? But then Astrobot's just like Astrobot. It's just like a goofy PlayStation game.
It was a good platformer. People were wanting it.
Yeah.
What kind of game is this, an RPG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 completely different games.
I wanted to play a beat 'em up.
Yeah, I mean, we can play fucking Yakuza 0 and start at the very beginning. The prequel.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of it, dude. Well, actually, hours of it, and I really liked it. The only thing that turns me off is playing. You know me, man, when I watch anime, I have to watch the dub because I don't want to fucking try and focus on 2 things at once. It's fine. I just want to be sucked in and not be reading, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I think 0 and 1 and 2, I don't know if 1 and 2 have translations yet. I think they might. But 0 is the prequel, and it is all in Japanese.
The one I played was so you're like visiting a graveyard, a grave, and there's like some other dude comes up, and then like they try to assassinate that dude, and you like save his life or some shit.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've only ever played 0, Like a Dragon, and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Which, by the way, I did learn the other day that Like a Dragon isn't a new, like, thing of Yakuza. It's basically a translation because, what it is called in Japan or some shit means like a dragon. So they're just like, whenever we just saw these Like a Dragons come up now, it's not a different version. It's just, they just migrated the name over, or translated the name essentially. Why they decided to do that now, I have no idea, but I mean, you're like 10 games deep, why? You might as well just call everything Yakuza. You know?
Yeah.
And then, after all this, they come out with a TV show finally on Prime, which is extremely good. I suggest everybody go watch it. I haven't watched all of it, but I've watched 7 or 8 episodes of it. I don't know if it's still going on or ended or anything yet, but it's really fucking good, and it follows like some strange story of Kirby. So,
huh.
Yeah, and it's on Prime, Mike. You should watch it. They're hour-long episodes too. Like it's an actual show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Might.
You'd like it. I swear you'd like it because it's not just action. There's a lot of like drama.
Yeah.
Not even like a lot of comedic shit either. Like you love dramas, you would like it. I'm sure.
Maybe. I don't know. I think dramas are better written, but they're tiresome sometimes.
Yeah, and that's why I don't really like dramas that much. But this show is badass. But I also like Yakuza, so who knows? But are you ready to talk about Kirby 64?
Let's go.
Let's go. Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. That is what we are here to talk about that today. Over the past couple of weeks, Mike has been coming over, and we've been playing pass controller couch style, 100%ing this game. Reason being, Mike has always told me that I guess if you collect all the collectibles in every Kirby game, there is a secret boss that is actually hard, and I wanted to experience it. So, we did this game, and I experienced it. And we will talk about these dogs that are running past me right now outside. They're probably going to bark, who knows? But let's continue on with the show. We will get into that thing about the secret boss being hard. Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards is a side-scrolling platformer in the main Kirby series featuring Kirby and some of his friends. Produced by HAL Laboratory, as always. Fucking love HAL. Make Smash Brothers and shit. And initially released in 2000 and 2001 for the N64. It is notable for being the first installment in the series to depict Kirby and his surroundings in full 3D, although only for visual effects. Like Kirby's Dream Land 2 and 3 before it, Kirby 64 was not directed by Masahiro Sakurai, but instead by Shinichi Shimamura. Unlike those titles, however, Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards does not feature animal friends with which to combine with and alter Kirby's copy abilities. Instead, Kirby does this himself by combining abilities into power combos. This results in 36 total unique abilities that Kirby can use in the game. Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards, departs from earlier games in the series in other ways as well. In addition to being the first 3D game in the series, it's not fucking 3D, it's 2.5D. Let's get that straight. It's not fucking 3D. There's like 2 or 3 parts of it that are 3D, and it basically just goes around in a circle. Like, one of them is the secret boss fight, but you can't even tell you're going in a circle. That's like... Yeah. Or like a level that twists around and you can see yourself like kind of in the background but not.
Oh, that level.
Yeah. It is cool. It's a cool thing. There's nothing wrong with being 2.5D, but it is not 3D. It also is the first game...
Actually, there is, whenever you go to the level with the pyramid, there's a level where a pyramid like comes out of the ground and you gotta go up into it. And whenever you're going up the shaft, there is cannons on 2 sides of you, and then there's one in the background that shoots you.
Yeah, that's...
So there are 3D elements.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But, like, you can't call a whole game 3D if there's, like, 2 or 3 parts that are 3D. That's all I'm saying. It's the first time to also give him a voice, courtesy of Makiko Ahomoto. It also features 3 sub-games, which can be played with up to 4 players, completely separate from the main game. Let's start there.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. But we have played them before, not together, but we have played them. They're really fun mini games. You don't think you have?
I said I just need reminded.
Oh, okay. Well, they're really fun games. They're super simple, and like, it's like if you want to play with your friends for, I don't know, 20 minutes. This would be a good 20-minute killer. You're on like a grid where the sides, where the fucking squares drop off around the edges, kind of like they're all Mario Party games. We'll just say that. But
I remember that one.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So you want to like slam the ground and it shoots a straight line, and you want to catch people off guard or trap them on single tiles where they can't move, or drop them off the tile. That's one of them. I think another one is where don't you catch fruit, apples. I think it's like it's all falling from the sky, and you just run around catching them in baskets, and whoever gets the most wins.
Oh, okay.
And the third one I don't remember. I'll be honest. That one I don't remember. But there are 3, because it says so.
Nice.
I
was out Kirby one time, too, in one of the levels.
What is it?
There's, one of the platforms, or, well, 5 of the platforms you go out on spell out Kirby.
That's in a level in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that have to do with the multiplayer?
That's 3D.
It's not fucking 3D. It's on the ground. Fucking 2.5. Quick thing, little bit of the story. This is just the story is really like loosely writ, but you can definitely tell what's going on in a nutshell the entire time. It begins on a far-off planet called Ripple Star. There's fairies there and shit. This fucking thing called dark matter. It's like this black ball with a big yellow and red eye. It like comes over and takes over the world. The queen sends Ribbon off to take they protect a giant crystal. Sends Ribbon off to take the crystal and escape. And Ribbon obeys her, and she flies away. And she's pursued by fragments of dark matter. Eventually, they catch up with her and shatter the crystal, splitting it into several crystal shards, more like a shitload of them, which you have to collect throughout the game. And causing Ribbons... What is it?
76 or 2?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's like 3 for every level, and 1 for every main boss fight at the end of every world. It causes Ribbon to plummet towards Kirby's home planet of Popstar. It is not long before Ribbon meets Kirby, as she unintentionally uses him to break her fall. After both of them find and merge 2 of the shattered crystal shards, Ribbon explains everything going on, and Kirby's like, yeah, we're gonna go help you. While they search for the missing shards on Popstar, they come across a Waddle Dee, an artist girl named Adeline, and his rival, King Dedede. They all end up getting possessed by this fucking shard. It's all in the very first world, and you collect them all as allies, and you'll see them throughout the game. You ride on King Dedede's back. Fucking Waddle Dee, like, throws you food and shit, and Adelaide, like, paints food and shit that you would want to use.
And she gives you clues.
Yeah, and gives you clues to get shards. Which, I mean, we're all supposed to be helping out here. Why are you giving me clues? Why can't you just get the fucking shard? After traveling through several regions on numerous planets, the group finally gets a chance to travel to Ripple Star, only to see that the planet is all just fucked up. It's all dark. Everything's taken over.
Witches flying around in the sky.
Yeah, they don't do anything. They're just witches. You'll see them randomly in the background. They battle their way into the palace and confront Miracle Matter. It's the quote-unquote master of the dark matter. It's this fucking, what is it, like 3D hexagonal cube that
embodies all the powers of the game.
Yeah, it swaps in and out, and you have to take those powers and hurt it with them, basically. And when it dies, it's over, so you think. When Kirby manages to defeat the foe and restore peace to the fairy planet. But if any crystal shards remain uncollected, the story ends on a sour note. After Kirby and his friends leave the planet to return home in a spaceship, the Queen can be seen turning to the camera with a malicious glare, suggesting that she is not quite herself. Now, this is the ending I knew, which clearly doesn't make sense, but as a child, we never got a sequel, so child me says we're done here. Now, cut to, I don't know, 20-something years later, Mike tells me about these secret bosses, so we do this plan, we do this for the show. We collected all the shards. If you collect all the shards, the ending changes if Kirby and his friends manage to collect them all. That's what it says, sorry. In this case, the restored crystal reveals the Queen to have been possessed and expels the dark matter from her body. This remaining...
a fucking laser at her.
Yeah! This remaining dark matter then flies off into space, where it forms a new level called Dark Star. This level is 1 level long, and it's just your path to the boss. That's about it. Intending to destroy this threat once and for all, Kirby calls his Warp Star, and the group use it to fly into this new eerie world. Once inside, Kirby and Ribbon gain a boost from their friends in order to combat O2, the true master of dark matter, who bears a striking resemblance to Kirby's old enemy Zero in a fierce battle. Who is Zero? Do you know, like...
Another secret boss.
Oh, another secret boss? Okay. The two of them manage to defeat the creature with the help of the crystal shards, and the dark matter is eliminated for good. To thank the heroes for their efforts, the Queen of Ripplestar awards each of Kirby's team with a medal in the form of the crystal. In the end, Kirby also receives a kiss from Ribbon, which he blushes and falls down some stairs, and it pauses mid-fall, and it's like, the end! That is the story of Kirby 64. So yeah, I like
this is the final boss of Kirby Dreamland 3.
Kirby Dreamland 3? Alright, well, I have access to all the Dreamlands, so I guess I'm just gonna go back and do all this weird shit.
Oh, he looks insane.
Well, I'm just gonna do it. Huh?
He looks insane.
Why?
There's like this concept art of him, and it's like crying blood and shit.
Oh, shit. That would explain the final... We'll get to the final boss. Would you put this as like one of your... Let's talk about the game. Would you put this as one of your favorite Kirby games? Or is it just like kind of a note? Because there's no other Kirby game like this where you can combine your abilities.
It's cool, but it's like... most of the powers are like shit, and then some of the powers are like extremely OP, but because of how you have to collect the crystals, it makes you so you don't really use any of them very long.
Yeah, no, you can you're constantly switching abilities. To get some crystals, there's like sometimes they're not even color coded, like only in a couple instances, but like most of the special crystals to get, like there'll be a wall that's yellow and brown, so that means you have to get rock and electric and then use that power combo to bust the wall. Like, it's just little shit like that. But some of them aren't even color-coded. So, you just kind of gotta guess and, like, you'll see something that stands out and just, like, try shit. You know?
Yeah, in the older Kirby games, they would use different shaped blocks. That was fun to figure out.
Like which one? Like what Kirby games?
I think Dreamland 2, maybe?
These are the ones with the animals,
right? Yeah.
See, I never understood... I didn't even know there was collectibles in that game, I don't think.
Yeah, I think they're called, like, rainbow shards, which is hard to tell because the game is black and white.
You can get Dreamland 2. Like, Dreamland 2 is on Super Nintendo. Same thing with 3. So, those are in color. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, was there any secret boss in the original Kirby? Or no?
No, you could...
There's a hard mode. You unlocked a hard mode. I know that.
Yeah, there's a hard mode, but I don't remember if the boss at the end was different.
Gotcha. What about Superstar? Was there a secret thing in there? The one for the DS that we covered?
I remember All-Star.
All-Star. I was talking about the DS Superstar thing or whatever it was.
Oh, Superstar? Maybe that was right. Yeah. It's some weird, like, clown thing that, like, flies around while you're, like, on the moon.
Huh. Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me how to get to that after the show.
Oh, that's crazy. You have to beat the true arena.
Oh, okay. Well. Oh, wait, you did. I think you did mention this before. Okay. Yeah, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. You want my thing with this game? This game has good music, but they recycle a lot of tracks. But it is way more. I would say, I don't know. Would you say it's better than usual Kirby music? Not the newer
Pretty
ones,
good.
Obviously, because I think you've only played one of the newer ones, right? Return to Dreamland, the remake.
Was it? We made, Return to Dreamland Deluxe.
Yeah. But yeah, they recycle a lot of the tracks. It's fine though. You're just playing the game. It's all good music. My whole thing with this game though is that you move really slow. So I tend to get powers that make me go faster, and that is the only reason why I get those powers.
Sure.
Like fire, if you combine two fires, you get like you just turn into this flying fireball of death that can't be stopped, and you just crush everything. Or like even the normal fireball.
I like Fire Bomb and what was it? Cutter Bomb. The Fire Bomb is fireworks. You have like a chain of 3 explosions that you just do. You can do them while you jump or stand on the ground. And they progressively put you higher in the air. They don't really get you high enough to do anything. Like you still have to jump. And then the shuriken throwing one is Cutter Bomb. And that one's amazing.
Yeah, you throw an exploding shuriken that's so fast that you can't see it, and it just sticks to whatever's in front of you, and then they just like the enemy just locks up and just explodes. So that one's a fun one. You do love that fridge. Pretty sure that's electric and ice, right?
Yeah. The problem with the fridge is the same problem with a lot of them, where like the fridge locks you in place and you shoot things out in like a set way. And it's not always the most useful way to kill things, especially when you're in the air. And the cool thing about the fridge is that the food that it shoots out, you can eat and it'll heal you.
Yeah. Can you damage things with that food?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it disappears though if you do.
Oh, okay. I think the most useless one is the fire and ice one, where you're just this cube that melts. Like, it just shoots a fire. It just shoots like a little flame, and like a twisting flame as you're melting down the cube that you just froze yourself in. It just, and that's it. Like, it is like, I hate it so much. It's just so
I
useless.
hate the fire electric one.
Where you rub the fucking pad on your head and like the static comes out and your head catches on fire and you run and just kill everything on your path.
Yeah. Or it like locks you in place after you do it. The run is always not long enough. It's like right as you end, there's an enemy like right there.
Yep, every time. There are enemies galore in this. So, and they are spaced out pretty evenly. They're just everywhere. So yeah, you will just like smack into shit sometimes.
Different enemies, you can suck them in and hold them over your head. Like there's the rock one is like these 3 progressively smaller pieces in like a little triangle, and they like hop, and the pieces like bounce up. Whenever you pick them up and hold them over your head and throw them, he like breaks into 3 different pieces. And a bunch of enemies have different interactions like that. Like there's these sand things that pop their heads up. Whenever you hold them over your head, they turn into sand and just fall over you.
Yeah, you can pick up these little digger guys, and he'll just like claw at the air whenever you put him over your head. But everything you throw in this game goes in a straight line dramatically to their death.
Yeah, it's or you throw it up into space.
Yeah. There's these umbrella guys that you can just put over your head and jump, and you float down. Same thing with pterodactyls. These little mini pterodactyls, if you put it over your head and jump, you glide, like, straight. Which is strange.
Yeah. You have a little headbutt move kind of thing. You have the slide kick. I don't remember us using it for some reason.
Because it doesn't need to be in the game, Mike. There's like a lot of weird, useless shit in this game.
I think they made it so it doesn't go very far, and I don't know if it even does damage or if it just stuns things.
I don't know why it would stun something. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you could already insta-kill everything just by sucking it in.
Yeah.
It might, though. Maybe you just bounce off of things. Does that sound right?
Well, like, whenever you suck, how you like headbutt things? Like those falling rocks, if you jump up into them, you like stun them.
They like pop.
Yeah.
Well, the enemies don't pop, but like little things like there's these like Moltres Pokemon shitty version looking things that like drop rocks on you, and if you jump up and hit the rock just pops and nothing happens.
Yeah, I was talking about there's that level at the beginning where the rocks are just falling from the sky. It's like you're outside of a volcano.
Yeah.
You're up in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, those just like, yeah, like you said, stun. It's weird. There's some of these abilities you can tell they just didn't have any other ideas. Like, okay, fire, you get fire, you turn into a small fireball that shoots across the ground. And then if you double fire, like I said, you just turn into a bigger one that soars through the air and, like, kills shit. Well, then there's the rock one. You turn into a rock, and then you can walk around as a rock Kirby, and then blow it off of you, and it makes, like, a tiny explosion. And if you get 2 rocks, it does the same thing, only you're, like, huge. So, I don't know. I feel like they ran out of some
I think
ideas.
that makes sense. I think that makes sense to double up the powers, makes them stronger. But
it does, but like as much creativity was with all the other ones, I just feel like they were just like, well, I don't really know. Let's just throw this in here.
yeah, what's that? I forget. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. I just feel like they could have did more with it because like they always come up with crazy shit for Kirby.
I never liked the double spike one.
Oh,
it looks too goofy.
Where all the fucking like tweezers and corkscrews and shit shoot out of your body instead of just a single one where it's just spikes. The spike one is just so fun though, because you can just run and you jump and you hit the spikes and everything sticks into you and just insta dies. Mm-hmm. So you just turn into like this Katamari ball that just fucking stabs everything for a second.
Yeah, I forget what all it is. It's like a compass, a cactus. I just remember those two. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there's a pencil, a compass, a cactus, a corkscrew, I think some tweezers. It's just all manner of sharp, stabby things.
Yeah.
They actually put that in the newest Kirby game, I think. The Forgotten World, or the Forgotten Land. Which is an excellent fucking Kirby. I love that fucking game so much. But they brought it back. They brought back a whole bunch of old powers that you can upgrade your shit to. Yeah, we have to do that one day for the show. It's so much fun, dude. Like, I love that fucking
That was just... I seen the car one, and I was just like, what is this? It's just like Kirby goes around eating junk and turning into junk.
Yes. To solve puzzles, and it's not, like, constant, but I don't know. It's not constant, but you definitely have to do it. So.
What was that weird one you played for the DS?
Weird Kirby game for the 3D. The Epic Yarn.
Oh, okay.
Epic Yarn is cool because it has a hard mode, essentially, where this enemy constantly fucking is after you while you're trying to play the game. You can kill him, but he'll come back eventually. So, I don't know. It's just an added thing to like, give you anxiety, essentially.
It just, like, the look of that game just seems like Kirby games are the most susceptible to gimmicks, because there was, like, ever since Kirby Tilt and Tumble.
It's just like, what, 5 people played? I mean,
yeah. I remember it was a cool thing to own it, because it was just, like, a weird Game Boy game, or whatever.
The only pink cartridge.
Yeah, and it had a gyroscope in the top of it.
I think last time I checked its price, it was like $500 complete in box.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's expensive. I don't know what it is now, though. The gaming market kind of has crashed in some areas. Like N64 took a huge plummet. And I'm pretty sure GameCube did for the most part, too. But Super Nintendo usually stays high. Game Boy here and there as well.
Most popular ones, I guess.
Yeah, let's just go down through a couple of the power combos, since that's like the whole gimmick of the game. The burn spark is the one you hate, where he fucking static shocks his head. The stone needle is awesome. You have a giant drill on your hand, and it just drags you along and kills everything, and you can shoot it. Or you can press down when you use it, and you drill and hit the ground and drill everything downward, but you don't like dig or anything. The electric ball with the electric rock that fucking bounces everywhere. The double electric, which just kills everything. It's a huge AoE, like, electric, and you're dancing when you move.
Yeah, you're like, like chanting while you do it. You have your mouth open and stand on your tippy toes. And if you move, the field gets smaller, but then all you have to do is stop and it shoots back out.
Yeah. You know what we never used? The double bomb, where you shoot fucking 3 missiles out of you.
Oh, yeah. That one's sick.
Or the needle cutter, where you're, like, basically a giant Venus flytrap.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That one's not the best.
No.
Like, the utility of having an attack whenever you jump is just awesome compared to the ones that lock you in place.
Right. The needle bomb, you showed me that one. I forgot all about that. Where you turn into a spike ball and you just float and then blow up and a bunch of spikes go everywhere.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Oh, here's the answer to your question, by the way. That needle, the double needle, it's corkscrew, corkscrew, sword, pencil, compass, bee stinger, cactus, and something else. Looks like a rusty nail. Yeah, there's a bunch of the stone bomb. You can throw a thing of dynamite, and if you press, you should definitely press down, because then you cover yourself up with a fucking little hard hat, and it blows up and just fucking annihilates so much shit in a huge area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Needle spark with the lightning rod. You're essentially a lightning rod.
Yeah, that's cool.
Spark cutter, you get a fucking lightsaber. Double-sided Darth Maul style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just some of them. It's just something thought I'd talk about a little bit. Fucking, we never did ice, where you turn into a giant fucking snowball and roll over and crush everything. But that's another one you fucking lock into, where you can't stop.
Yeah. I think you can do it when you jump, though.
Yeah, you can. You blow out of it, I think, like the rock, like the double rock.
Yeah. There's just so many times that you have to jump from one platform to the other, and then an enemy appears or swoops down, one of those fly things.
Yeah. Two more I just wanted to bring up, just because we also didn't use them. The burn cutter, you, like, shoot a giant flaming sword out of your mouth.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and it's just like it's a great sword. It's pretty cool.
You can hold it up over your head while you're moving and kill everything above you.
I forgot all about that. Probably the funniest one, the stone and ice, you turn into a curling stone. Yeah, I forgot all about that one too. Fun. Yeah, there was a bunch we didn't use. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
But there is
I had a list and I could see my favorite.
Yeah, and then there's the one that you only get if you do the secret boss. It's Ribbon's Crystal. It has these two symbols that you never see anywhere else in the game, and you shoot these fucking crystals out of you at the
yeah, you like fly and you have this like, I don't know, the crystal like opens up and looks like a fucking elite sword from Halo, and then you just start shooting crystals out of it.
Yes. There is a cool thing that I just learned by reading this. In the Japanese version, a selectable ability uses kanji instead of symbols. So that's pretty cool. Little differentials right there. We want to talk about the secret boss?
Yeah.
Okay. Or do you want to talk about all the other bosses first?
If you either way.
Okay, we'll just talk about some of the bosses. There's a giant magma fucking monster. He's just a giant thing of magma. He's fun to fight. You just jump on these platforms as like things come from the background to try and swoop up and take you, and you just hit the lava with shit, and it damages him. And then he chases you.
They shoot up, and they have the big, vertical streams of lava, and then they like swoop, or I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what lava does when it bends. That's like not a phrase in human words.
Well, because it's not a thing.
Yeah, it just kind of slumps over, I guess. Yeah. Curls on you. That hits me every once in a while.
Well, I mean, we have gravity.
Yeah.
So.
Shoots up platforms and smashes you up against the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Wispy Woods. The obvious, always first boss in Kirby games. Got spit apples at him, and he spits out, and he like creates tiny versions of himself, and you can spit the apple around the map in this quote unquote 3D, 2D, 2.5D, around it to hit him. Like, it's cool. It curves around the circle, like it's locked in to this dimension. They also do it with those three, the red, blue, and green diamond things that you have to hit in another circular dimension while they come at you around the thing, so you gotta dip, duck, and dodge, all that shit.
I have no idea what those are supposed to be.
I don't fucking know, dude. There is a list of these names. Let me see here.
There's,
picks.
I call it Shamu. I like Shamu. He's kind of hard. You, like, fight him in the classic, like, moving from one side, or back and forth, like, in, like, 2 different frames, I guess, while he shoots stuff at you, and then he'll get to one side and shoot stuff at you, and then do a flip, and you gotta catch whatever he hits the ground, suck up the little things, like always, and then you have this, he'll, like, fall.
Everything's underwater, by the
way. Yeah.
And his name is... Shamu's actual name is Acro, which is fucking Orca spelled backwards.
No.
Okay, Ekans. Snake. Or Arbok, which is Cobra spelled wrong. You didn't think about that ever, did you?
Nah.
Yeah.
I just like said Jarbok.
Jarbok. With a CH.
Yeah. Then you have, like, what is it? He's chasing you up a narrow shaft as you, like, have to shoot shit at the sides of him. Then who's the other guy, like? Oh. There's obviously the big robot.
That is HR-H. And HR-E. I don't know. I guess whenever it transforms. A giant robot that can shift from between a humanoid and a lobster shape. It attacks by shooting missiles and attacking with the arms. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's laughing at you because he, like, gyrates.
Yeah, he's pretty cool because, what is it? The first part of it, he's just shooting rockets up in the air. Or no, he's slamming his hands down trying to, like, or slapping them together trying to get you. And,
he shoots rockets and a laser as well.
Oh, in the first form?
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember the laser. I just didn't know for sure if the rockets. But I like when he transforms and he's, like, shooting shit at you and you have to turn around and fucking suck it up, jump over his, like, snippy lobster claws, and then spit him in the face. Well, it just keeps on going back and forth like that.
It reminds me of something you'd do in a Sonic game.
I can understand that. I don't know which Sonic game, but I can understand that.
There's a few times when you fight Dr. Eggman and this egg bot or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Platforms.
There you go. Yeah, that's definitely true. Let's talk about O2, the secret boss. Now,
there's one more boss I liked, but I can't remember for some reason.
I named them all.
There's one that we forgot.
No, Wispy Woods, Pix, Acro, Magman, which is the magma thing, the robot, and then Miracle Matter, and then there's O2.
Oh, okay. No wrong.
Yeah. Pix is, like I was saying earlier, that was those 3 colored diamonds.
Well, the other one would be like King Dedede, right?
Well, he's not technically a boss, I guess. He is, for sure, by our standards, but by this, it's not. But he is. But King Dedede is a fun fight. Why don't you explain that a fight?
We did that a while ago. I don't even remember if he hits his hammer. I remember him fucking, at the beginning, whenever dark matter possesses him, he, like, fucking floats up in the air.
Yeah, he's floating around and he's trying to slam his hammer on you, essentially. You suck up his stars and fucking spit him out. Classic Kirby.
King Dedede is a much harder boss fight than most other Kirby games.
Definitely. 100%. I do wish, man, that, like, there was an actual hard Kirby game.
Oh, Kirby 2's, Dreamland 2 is pretty hard.
I feel like I played... No, I want, like, the whole game to be hard. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be about puzzles.
Well, the first level's never gonna be hard.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about a whole game, just in general, is just what I'm saying. Like if you...
Kirby Soul-like.
That'd be crazy. Before we talk about O2.
Kirby on top of a Dark Souls character's head.
Perfect. Before we talk about O2, though, the other minigame I was forgetting is the 100-yard hop. It's a game where players hop over obstacles in a race to finish. Yeah,
there's bananas and puddles, and I think you can jump like 1 or 2 circles at a time.
Is it like a rhythm kind of thing you have to do, or no?
It's kind of like the Rat-a-Tat race in Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, okay. I do love that fucking one.
Yeah.
That's funny. Alright, let's talk about O2. Wrap this fucking shit up. O2, like you said, looks like he's crying blood. In this one, he is a giant white thing with half white wings and half red wings. And he shoots, like, these fucking... I don't know, they look like snowflakes almost, and then they explode when they get towards you. If you stand in one space, you're gonna die very fast. If you move around a bunch and don't pay attention where you're moving, you're gonna die a bunch. Mike, you watched me die 3 times in fucking less than a minute yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm here.
It's hard to shoot the eye. You have to... Because, like, whenever you're dodging, your character... the enemy kind of moves with you at the same time.
I'm gonna tell you what I did. It's gonna blow your mind. Just go on now.
There's an easy way to do it, but it's just if you don't know the easy way to do it, you're going to always misalign your shots while you're dodging and shooting.
Yes. Originally, I thought rotating in a circle, like looking at the eye, would be fine. There's no reticle on this either. This is Star Fox, essentially, without a reticle. And, in my opinion, a harder fight. But I'm not good at Star Fox either. But, so, I thought that was going to work. But since his projectiles explode once they get over to you, they have an AoE effect, so it also fucks you up. So my thing was this. If he's shooting at me when I'm shooting at him, and I move, and I miss when I move, I was like, wait a minute. So I stopped after he first shot at me, I moved out of the way and just stood still, and instantly started shooting. Then I moved to the left. I would just keep tapping, shoot, tap, stand still, shoot, tap, stand still, shoot. And that's how I fucking did it. And then, once his fucking takes enough damage in his eye, it rotates to the top of his head where there's a halo and a bandage. You shoot that until it turns a whole bunch of colors, and then breaks. Then you gotta go down. He, like, rotates up, but you go down. Go down, and he has a new, like... He basically has a duck dick. It's just this fucking spiked barb as a dick. And it's green, and it shoots like green fog-looking shit at you. Same thing as the eye. Shoot, move, shoot, move, shoot, move, till it breaks. You gotta do that like 3 times, and then he finally fucking dies. I survived with 1 piece of health left, because I was getting fucking cocky, and I got hit a bunch after a while. But I beat it on handheld mode on my Switch. First try when I turned it on today, at work on my lunch break. And I was fucking pumped, dude. That was a hard boss fight. I mean, even once I figured it out, like I said, I almost died again. But that was fun. I want all bosses to be that hard. Like, Kirby can still just beat Kirby. Just make all the bosses really fucking hard.
I'd make the boss rushes for a lot of the games like impossible. They're already pretty hard.
Bro, get good. We're playing Kirby now.
You never even beat the arena, bro. It's All-Star, or whatever it's called.
I thought we beat everything in that game.
No.
Or did I not?
You have to beat the arena, and then that unlocks the true arena. Then you beat that to fight the actual final boss, or the hardest boss.
I think I did beat the arena, just not the true arena. Because isn't it just a big-ass boss rush?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I did beat the arena, not the true.
Smaller, and it's the harder versions of all the bosses.
Well, I will go back and do that at some point. Didn't they remake that game as well? Or am I wrong?
For like 3DS or some shit.
Yeah.
RDS. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll just start doing in my free time when I'm like at work. Just play Kirby games on my Switch on my Super Nintendo emulator. I mean, they give you Kirby 2 and 3 on there. I'm pretty sure. So, why not?
Yeah, and that 2 was for the thing as well.
I could be wrong. Let's do a quick search before we wrap up the show. Is Kirby Dream... Oh. Oh, it's only on Game Boy. Oh, maybe I just have it on my Game Boy emulator, and that's why. Because the Switch has a Game Boy emulator as well. Well, I know what I'm playing after this show. So, let's wrap this shit up.
Alright.
Next, how'd you feel about it? Let's just overall.
Oh, yeah. Very fun game.
This is my first Kirby game. So, all those Dreamland games before it, they are weird to me, but they are an aesthetic that I really like. So, yeah, I definitely gotta go for it. Just do that.
Like, I had Dreamland 1 and whatever. It might have been the original Kirby for the Game Boy. Not sure.
I know you told me about that hard mode, so I'm sure you had it.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, in order, our next thing in the show we're doing is our anime, which is fucking I only remember like the other half of the fucking title of it for some reason.
No.
Here it is. More than a married couple, but not lovers. It's a really fun rom-com anime with a bunch of like references to other animes, mainly Yu-Gi-Oh! For some fucking reason. It's a fun one. We're gonna do a good little episode on that, and then after that we will finally do our review of Overlord 2, and I can fucking pick a game, which will probably end up being like a Game Boy game or something like that, because I want to play Lunar and Obscure. So I want to play something.
I forgot about Kirby's Dream Course.
Alright, we're gonna end the show on that one. We don't talk about that. I love golf, but that ain't it, brother.
Yeah, those old squad book you.
I do want to get good at it.
Squad, I remember this one.
Oh yeah, that's on Advance, right?
Yeah, something. 2006.
Yeah, that's on Game Boy Advance. I'm pretty sure I have that one.
Nice.
It could be wrong. It could be a different one. But anyway, catch you guys next week.
Adios.